Hello and welcome to the American Massage, Chiropractic, and Acupuncture Conference pre-conference broadcast series on One Concept Radio. I'm Felicia Brown and I'll be your host for this interview and series. This is one of several broadcasts with the presenters and experts who are appearing in San Diego, California, April 20th through 22nd, 2012, and who are brought to you by One Concept. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the 2012 American Massage, Chiropractic, and Acupuncture Conference sponsors, Massage Warehouse Script, MPA Media, H.J. Ross, ABMP, and Massage Envy Careers for making this year's event possible. Our special guest today is Dr. Kevin Wong. Dr. Kevin and I will be talking about his class, Practical Spinal and Lower Extremity Analysis and Adjusting for the Clinical Chiropractor. But first, let me tell you a little about Kevin. Dr. Kevin M. Wong graduated Summa Cum Laude from Palmer College of Chiropractic West in 1996. He has been a practicing chiropractor in the East San Francisco Bay Area for over 15 years. During that time span, he has also been a lecturer in chiropractic continuing education. For the last 8 years, Dr. Kevin has been a core speaker for foot levelers, and he travels internationally speaking about the extremities and the spine. With his primary emphasis of his practice and teachings rooted in the feet and lower extremity, he prides himself in spreading the word of helping the body from toes to nose. His full spine and extremity family practice is located in Orinda, while Dr. Kevin resides in Walnut Creek with his wife and children. Kevin, welcome to the American Massage, Chiropractic, and Acupuncture Conference pre-conference broadcast series. I really appreciate you making time to talk with me so early in the morning about your event, or about the event and your class, Practical Spinal and Lower Extremity Analysis and Adjusting for the Clinical Chiropractor.
Thank you so much, Felicia. Good morning. Good early morning to you.
Well,
it's wonderful to be able to be asked to do this. This is really exciting. I've never really had a seminar series where I get to talk before I put on my show, so I'm excited.
Well, we're really interested in learning about exactly what you do in your course and getting excitement up about the conference. Since it is a new event that's coming up in April, we're trying to do some different things to get people interested in it and get the word out. So we appreciate you making time to be here so early. Even though this broadcast is recorded for everyone, I just want to give Kevin big appreciation for being up at 6 a.m. California time to do this interview.
No problem. It's my pleasure.
So before we get into your class, I want to just ask you a little bit about having this conference in California. You actually live there, and I'm wondering if you can give our listeners a bit of an idea about why having this event in California is so exciting and why they should make the trip out there.
One of the most amazing places in California is San Diego, and I don't know if for those of you who have never been out there or you're thinking of, this is a place to bring your families. It's a beautiful part of California. It's one of those cities where if you live there, it's a place that you never really want to move away from because it's that nice. The weather is temperate all year round, and it's just a gorgeous place. I live in Northern California near San Francisco, so it gets a little cooler up here, but it would take us about 7 or 8 hours driving to go down to San Diego, so I'll be flying down there. But it's so nice to have it in my state. It just makes it easier for me to be able to, after traveling internationally to different countries, it makes it nice to stay in my own time zone and fly down south.
Understandable, totally. I definitely have that same appreciation when there are things here close by, here in North Carolina where I am.
North Carolina. So I'm so excited in San Diego because I'm going to bring my wife. My wife's also a chiropractor. She'll be down there taking some classes, and it should be pretty exciting.
Well, we're really looking forward to having you there. Now, besides your own class, is there anything in particular that you're looking forward to at the conference or being a part of at this year's event?
Yes, I took a look at the website for the conference, and I'm actually I love going to the candy stores for chiropractors. So the vendors, there's a good amount of vendors down there, and the vendors are always fun to go to. I think it'll be very interesting for us all to be able to check out these people. And for it being the first year of the conference, I have high hopes that everything's going to go especially well, and the vendors really help make conferences nice for those of us that attend. They end up sponsoring lots of things, and it's just kind of neat when they have a whole bunch of neat little tchotchkes for us to pick up, and also new products to show us that we're going to be able to use in our offices every day.
Well, I know that this year's event is sold out on vendors, and no doubt there will be a lot of things for all practitioners at the conference to learn about from these folks. There'll be people doing demonstrations, lots of, as you said, free samples and things for people to try in their practice. And I've heard lots of giveaways, so make sure to pay attention to that, because every year in the conferences that I've been to with this group, the raffles and the things they give away are literally valued in thousands and thousands of dollars.
Wow.
So it's really, it's a really fun event, and you will be pleasantly surprised at how much entertainment and fun there is going on throughout the event.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to go to this. It's going to be great.
Well, I want to talk a little bit about your class, but first, let's find out about your practice. You mentioned that the primary emphasis of your practice is the feet and the lower body. How is it that you've come to focus on those so much?
It is amazing in our lifetime when you look at, for most of us, how we've had health care from a young age. For me, it was mostly the medical doctor. I did not grow up in a family that went to the chiropractor that much. And in my area that I've grown up in the Bay Area, chiropractic really wasn't a huge thing growing up for most of us. And, I'm in my early 40s now, and most of the people that I meet, very rarely do I really find somebody who had chiropractic as a child, And this generation now, as kids are growing up, more and more people are having been someone who's been to the chiropractor, so it's changing slightly. But I have found my practice has been built upon me understanding what is going on with the feet, being able to assess and analyze the feet for people, because a lot of the pain that people have in their bodies, especially from the lower back down, comes from the feet, and people don't even know it. And unfortunately, that goes for our chiropractor brothers and sisters as well. In school, we are taught very well about the spine and a little bit about extremities, but we are not taught about really how to adjust the feet and know the importance of it. So that is why I have really focused my practice and my seminars, Felicia, on the feet as the foundation of the entire body.
That's fascinating. And, as a runner,
Yes.
And someone who was a figure skater growing up, I'm thinking, wow, when can I get Dr. Kevin to give me a foot assessment and adjustment?
I will look at you at the conference.
Definitely. So,
yeah, see, that's perfect.
So, well, I know that the chiropractor that I go to has some sort of orthotics that he will provide for people, but there's more to it than that. So you actually adjust the feet and...
Absolutely. And I want to make it very clear that even though people that are listening to our broadcast might think, oh, gosh, Dr. Wong's a foot level. Does that mean he's going to cram foot level? No. I am giving you information during my 8 hours, starting from the feet and moving all the way up to part of the spine, the lower part of the spine, that you can apply to using other orthotic companies. I'm going over ideas and concepts that you'll be able to use starting the next day in practice. That is why my stuffy title is the Practical Spinal and Extremity Adjusting. It's stuff that I have done every day for 15 years. And when people walk out of the seminar, even my 8 hour, because I usually like to teach 12 so I can go through the whole body, but with my 8 hour, we're going to be turning you experts into the lower body and making sure you are proficient at being able to do things with the feet, orthotics, exercises, that type of thing that you were not able to before. Because, Felicia, I'll be honest with you, chiropractors, you talk to them about the feet, someone's foot hurts and they hold it up to somebody, they can probably adjust it and figure it out, but lion's share of us out there don't know what we're doing with it. And I can say that with confidence after teaching this stuff for 15 years and being in practice for that long. I mean, it's weekly that I get a patient that's come from another chiropractor who has foot issues, but they were never addressed.
Right. And they really are the foundation of the rest of our body. We stand on them. They create that for us. Well, you mentioned lower back conditions, but I'm curious, are there other primary conditions that are related to the feet or that you'll be teaching about in your class?
Yes. There are some conditions that are just dead ringers for making sure that you need to check the feet. Lower back pain is a classic one. It's probably one of the most common. Here's another one for you. Knee pain and ACL problems. People that have had meniscus, medial collateral ligament, or ACL problems. It doesn't even have to be a tear. The foot or an arch problems set the knees up for those issues. And some of the other obvious ones that people see in the office, like plantar fasciitis, Achilles tendon problems, shin splints. Those are just to name a few of the ones that we're going to talk about. That will have a clear relationship to what goes on with the feet and the arches, and people won't miss it anymore.
Well, I'm definitely going to have to send information about what you do to some North Carolina chiropractors I know.
It's a lot of fun to do because patients, since they're not taught about this stuff, even from the quote foot doctors that are out there, it's amazing to turn their eyes on and open their eyes and turn them onto this information. It's all about teaching, right? That's what we do.
Right. So what exactly, I guess, is the format and structure that attendees are going to experience in the workshop? Is it hands-on? Is it a lot of lecture? What's the style?
It's a combo. I like to tell the people that I'm talking with them, not at them. We start from the bottom. We work our way from the feet and the basic anatomy because people have forgotten about it. A lot of chiropractors, when people come in their office, and not just chiros, PTs, MDs, whoever, but when patients come in their office, patients will walk in and they'll never take their shoes and socks off at all because that's not, quote, unquote, what chiropractors are known for. So as soon as the patients come in, we basically, or as soon as the doctors are there, we start from the get-go, working with the feet, and through the various parts of it, especially as we go through the adjusting and some of the analysis, the doctors are going to be working on each other and doing some adjusting as we go through, which is why I'm so excited that the conference organizers have made a big point to tell people, if you've got a table, bring it, because we're going to need tables for our seminar, because we're going to be doing some hands-on. All the way through till we get up to lower back and even work on some side posture and those types of classic adjusting moves so we can make sure we're doing things that are safe for our bodies.
Well, you mentioned some other kinds of medical providers, physical therapists, and MDs. Do you ever end up partnering with other professionals such as podiatrists or even reflexologists, orthopedic surgeons with the type of work that you do?
There are about 5% or so of the patients that absolutely need podiatric consultations. And I have a patient friend of mine. She was a patient first who I've known for probably about 13 years. She practices about a half an hour from my office, but I tell my patients that I trust her. And if they want a good podiatrist, that's who I refer people to. I have also partnered with an MD in town and a couple physical therapists in the area. So again, we are very knowledgeable in our field, but we are not all-knowing, and part of the humility of practice and being what I believe is an effective doctor for your patient is making sure you have a good referral team. So it's absolutely critical, and I'm sure your listeners have that. It's just some of them might not have ever thought of working with a podiatrist before, so that's one thing I'll push a little bit for those cases that are really tough to deal with.
Right. And, as a massage therapist, I'm curious, too, how you look at manual manipulation of the soft tissue in the feet.
Okay. Of course, how can I forget to mention probably our most important working relationship? I have 2 massage therapists on staff at my office. Thanks for helping me remember that, Felicia. I was thinking about the outside referrals, but they're in-house. And I have a male and female massage therapist, and they are there every day. And they get the most referrals from me, obviously, because they are right there. And my belief is that once I put the bones back in, it's critical that they get relaxed as fast as possible. So they are my first team, and then I have the others scattered out through town and in neighboring cities when I need them and if I need them.
Well, that's good to know. I know not all chiropractors have massage therapists in-house, but certainly if they can work to have a referral relationship and vice versa.
Yes.
And I know that there are probably massage therapists that are listening in on this call just out of curiosity. Maybe they have aspirations to become chiropractors, or they're just curious about what will be going on in that class of yours. And so I think
yes.
That's, in fact, that's one of the most exciting things about this conference is having the opportunity to open a dialogue between practitioners of different disciplines to better serve our clients as a whole instead of thinking in, a splintered way, well, only what I do can be helpful. I don't think many people do that, but they may not have access to professionals in the other disciplines that they feel comfortable talking to or getting advice from, or even creating those referral scenarios. So I think that's a really exciting. Oh, that's okay. I'm saying that's a really exciting facet of this conference.
Here's why I'm excited about why a massage therapist might be sitting in the conference. For my part, is that the practical anatomical and biomechanical knowledge that they can pick up from us talking about how the feet work, how they affect the rest of the body. It'll actually help them to pick stuff out in their clients when they come in for care. And, I believe that there are quite a few massage therapists out there that do work with the feet and with orthotics as well. I've met some in the past. Mine defer that over to me because I do so much of it. I do so much of it during the week. But one of my massage therapists in particular, she is a former athletic trainer. So, and I'm sure a lot of the massage therapists, and probably yourself, Felicia, I've seen your background. I mean, you guys have a lot of healing background for you in the education that you've had. So this kind of stuff, I mean, it's almost like we learn a lot from sitting in massage therapy lectures about the muscles, et cetera, and everything and the techniques that you guys do. I just look forward to being able to show some of the massage therapists all the cool stuff that we do as well.
Well, definitely integrating our knowledge and our backgrounds so that we can all do a better job serving our patients and clients is part of why conferences like this are so important. And I don't know what the continuing education opportunity is for massage therapists in your class specifically, but I do know that I'm going to try and find a way to be in there at least for a few minutes because I want to really have a better understanding. And this is something I see a lot in my massage practice where people are coming in and they're getting no relief. And I do what I can with the tools that I have, the training that I have, but I can't adjust the feet. And I'm not sure I would personally feel comfortable helping someone with orthotics. But knowing that these options are out there and that there are people who are working with the feet in this way to help all these different issues, I think is huge for all of us. So,
I think for you, what might be fun with having the knowledge is it opens the pipeline to a doctor in your area that you might not have worked with before to be a referral source. And that person is more likely also to want to refer or work with you in a massage capacity as well.
Most definitely.
Kind of a neat way of looking at it.
So tell me, Kevin, how does your seminar provide practical or real-world applications that the people who attend can integrate into their chiropractic practices?
Well, from the very get-go, even when we start with anatomy and moving through, I'm giving each of the attendees practical things that I'm doing in practice. So we're talking about concepts that are not esoteric. It's not like some random disease that'll come up for some person like that's one in a million. We're talking about things that are going on in people's bodies 87% of the time. It's 85 to 87% of the people that walk in your office are going to have one particular type of presentation with the feet. So I'm teaching you to identify it. What are the signs and symptoms? What is the person telling you that they could have wrong with them? What do you do to analyze it? How do you fix it with your hands, which takes a few minutes to do once people practice it enough. And then we move from the feet to the ankles, the knees, the hips, and we go over little things that are going on with those areas of the body in response to the patterns that we're seeing, and how do you fix those chiropractically, and we end up with the back. So that's, from the get-go, I'm making sure that everything I pretty much tell them is something that they'll be able to use for their own knowledge to make them better at this, or be able to talk to their patient to better educate them.
So it sounds like then what you're saying is you're looking at the feet first, but then there's a ripple effect. So you don't just treat the feet and that's it. You're looking at the feet, and then you're looking at whatever's gone on in the ankle as a result of the feet and treating that, and then the knee and treating that, and all the way up.
Yes, and in fact it goes all the way to the skull, and that's usually what I cover in 12 hours. And we probably will have a little bit of time at the end for me to sprinkle in some upper extremity stuff, but I just won't be sure until we get there that day and see how we move through the material.
Well, maybe next year they'll have to make you a 16-hour presenter and you can have an expanded workshop.
That's hilarious. That's good.
Because it really sounds fascinating, and as I'm thinking about it, I'm like wondering, well, maybe I need to be changing the way I'm doing things in my practice. Maybe I need to be looking at the feet more. And I don't know. It's very intriguing.
It's fun. When we're all in there together, my main goal is to just have fun. Because like I said, we're all giving up our time. I love practice on Saturdays. I have a practice on Saturdays that I sometimes start at 6:30 in the morning. So if I'm going to miss it, and I'm going to miss seeing my patients that day, we're going to have some fun.
Well, I know that your class is one of the few full-day classes or 8-hour classes. And besides having fun, what do you think you're going to do to keep your audience interested or engaged throughout that whole day?
Oh, let's just say that I've been referred to as a very energetic, very active person, and I think you can probably sense a little bit of that with me talking on the phone today. I really have spent so much time sitting in the audience of boring seminars, and I know exactly how it works with the surfing the internet, reading the newspaper, checking your phone. I know how boring stuff can be. And I also know when there's sections of a lecture where people are just like, this is the lamest thing I have ever heard. I don't know why I'm sitting here. So I have made very, very costly efforts for me to make sure the audience is engaged and having as much fun as possible, as much as I can say. And the feedback I've had over the years that I've done this is, that I tend to be a very energetic, very dynamic speaker. So that will be up to the opinion of those that will be there in San Diego to see if that's true or not.
Well, anyone can teach a boring class, right?
Yeah, I suppose so. Right.
It's our job to make it fun and interesting,
right,
to keep people engaged and help them learn something too, but at least make it fun. That's
right.
What I would go for as well.
I agree.
So, Kevin, do you have any recommendations or suggestions, besides taking your workshop, of course,
Sure.
for chiropractors that are interested in focusing more on the feet and lower body?
Definitely can go onto the Foot Levelers website and you can learn a little bit more about the types of things. They have research studies on there. In fact, often in the seminars when I'm referring to research studies that have been done by Foot Levelers that are all peer-reviewed, they're all listed on the Foot Levelers website. They have information up there for patients and for doctors. That's a very good resource. I also will tend to look at a couple periodicals. I try to keep up on the journals for the latest research. I usually Google search for the latest research, but also there's a magazine called Lower Extremity Review. Lower Extremity Review is actually put out by the medical side, and it's for usually podiatrists and orthopedists, but it's good to know what these guys are thinking because in all honesty, Felicia, their method of thinking hasn't changed since I've been alive, and I'm really glad because the way that they do things for their patients allows me to thrive in this arena because I do things so differently. And so will the seminar attendees. And, quite honestly, some of the seminar attendees will be people that work on extremities already. So what I want to do for them is to fine-tune their knowledge and make them even better. And then I want to take the novices or people that have been like, I want to make them say, I can do this. I can totally do this now. I'm so excited to get to work and start looking at people's feet and their lower extremity in a different way than I've ever done it before, because that's what they're going to get.
Well, that's exactly what I tell people to do, or for a marketing perspective, is to do something different, to be different, to set yourself apart, to find a way or a place, a niche that you can focus on and really help people in a unique fashion. Because when you can do that and you're helping people in a way that no one else has, they're going to be excited about what you do, and it's going to make you excited about what you do as well.
Yes, absolutely.
Kevin, how can people get in touch with you and find out more information about what you do? We hope that everyone will come to the conference, of course, but not everyone can make the journey. So
absolutely.
Let me know how we can get them in touch with you.
My website that you can reach, well, actually, I'll give you my phone number first. My phone number at the office is 925-254-4040. You can email me at Dr. Kevin Wong, Dr. Kevin Wong, at gmail.com. And my office website, if they want to check out, because I put a lot of information about the feet on my website, because this is what the patients are wondering when they're looking at me. They're trying to figure out, why am I different? I've also got a couple YouTube videos there and links to YouTube videos about me talking about the feet and other types of stuff that we do in the office. But it's Orinda, ORINDA, chiropractic.com. So they should be able to get a hold of me, and I hope that you listeners are able to make the convention, but understand that if there's a problem with getting out there, I do teach across the country. So you can always call and talk to me, and if you've got questions, I'm really excited to always keep the relationships going with the people that I've taught in the past. I do get people calling me and emailing me that I've taught before to ask me random questions when it comes to looking at the feet, etc. So I'm always happy to do that.
Well, Kevin, your excitement and enthusiasm for this and your openness about helping people, and I'm sure, is what has made you a popular presenter. And
Thank you.
We're so honored to have you at this year's event. I just want to thank you again for taking the time to speak with me today and for choosing to be a part of the 2012 American Massage, Chiropractic, and Acupuncture Conference.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to meeting you in person, Felicia.
Well, likewise. And I'm looking forward to having a nice foot adjustment. My feet are looking forward to meeting you.
Oh, good. Good. I think you'll learn a lot.
I'm sure. Well, thank you again for being here.
Have a great day.
Oh, you too. Right now, what I want to do is give everyone information about exactly how you can be a part of the American Massage, Chiropractic, and Acupuncture Conference. The American Massage, Chiropractic, and Acupuncture Conference is one of the largest exhibitions of massage, chiropractic, and acupuncture products, continuing education, and business opportunities for practitioners of all three disciplines. This year's conference will feature over 100 exhibitors, continuing education classes of 1 hour, 3 hour, and 1 day workshops, including Kevin's. Other events during the weekend include a free keynote presentation sponsored by ABMP with Dean Juhan, the author of Job's Body. Also, there will be a charity golf tournament benefiting the Make-A-Wish Foundation and the One Concept Gala and Dinner Dance. The registration cost for the conference is just $40 and includes admission to the trade halls and all 1 hour presentations, participation in raffles and giveaways of literally thousands of dollars in prizes, between class coffee breaks, and loaded goodie bags. Attendees will also have access to many special offers and promotions from the conference exhibitors, as well as the chance to have a fantastic time with friends and colleagues. For students, the conference offers a free student day and Smart from the Start program on Friday, which is sponsored by Massage Warehouse Script and Performance Health. This day is dedicated to massage, chiropractic, and acupuncture students who are currently enrolled in school or who will graduate in 2012, and includes a free gift bag for the first 350 people. Also on Friday, all attendees are invited to attend a special presentation, Disciplines Unite, from 12 until 2, and the One Concept Job Fair from 2 until 4. All of this is happening at the Conference Hotel. That's the Town and Country Resort and Conference Center, and I definitely suggest you make plans to stay there if possible. Single or double rates are just $125 a night. but space is limited, so please make your reservations now. Also, MPA Media is printing the American Massage, Chiropractic, and Acupuncture Conference event program inside all 3 of their magazines, Massage Today, Acupuncture Today, and Dynamic Chiropractic. These will be given out at the conference and distributed throughout the U.S. to over 133,000 practitioners. So if you are a vendor or educator who is listening in today and you'd like to get some great exposure for your class or product, please contact Sandy Pierce of MPA Media for details on being a part of the conference program. So if you're ready to register for the 2012 American Massage, Chiropractic, and Acupuncture Conference in San Diego, and of course to meet Kevin, myself, and the other amazing instructors, there are now 2 ways to do so. First, you can register online and pick your courses instantly on the official conference websites, AmericanMassageConference.com, AmericanAcupunctureConference.com, or AmericanChiropracticConference.com, depending on your discipline. You may also register by phone. The call is free, and operators are waiting to speak with you at 877-674-3504. That's 877-674-3504. We also invite you to stay connected with us on Facebook at facebook.com/American Massage Conference, /American Chiropractic Conference, or /American Acupuncture Conference. Again, the 2012 American Massage, Chiropractic, and Acupuncture Conference is made possible by all of our wonderful sponsors. Thank you so much to Massage Warehouse Script, MPA Media, H.J. Ross, ABMP, and Massage Envy Careers. I'm sure after today's broadcast, everyone listening is ready to come to the conference and to register for Dr. Kevin's class, Practical Spinal and Lower Extremity Analysis and Adjusting for the Clinical Chiropractor. This is Felicia Brown, and on behalf of everyone from the American Massage, Chiropractic, and Acupuncture Conference and One Concept Radio, I want to thank you for tuning into this edition of the pre-conference broadcast series. Please remember to tune in each week through April 16th for more interviews and to visit our websites and Facebook pages for replays of all the interviews in this series. We look forward to seeing you in San Diego in April. Please also consider joining us for the Canadian Massage and Chiropractic Conference this fall in beautiful Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada, October 12th through 14th. Thanks again for tuning in, and have a fabulous day.